Could the way we predict the future of American politics be under attack? We're talking about a brand new, well-funded group that has just dropped a bombshell at Blitz right in the nation's capital, and their sights are set squarely on prediction markets. This isn't some small-time protest, it's a significant escalation in a battle that could reshape how we understand public opinion and even influence future events. Before we dive into the deep end of this story, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss out on critical updates like this one. So, what's going on? A new organization, calling itself a market integrity watchdog, kicked off a six-figure ad blitz in Washington, D.C. this Wednesday. Their primary target? The prediction market platform Kalshi, which, by the way, has been significantly ramping up its own messaging and lobbying efforts in Washington this year. This new group, provocatively named FairPredicts, isn't playing coy. They've plastered multiple ads across D.C. metro stations and even on mobile box trucks, making their presence and their message impossible to ignore for anyone navigating the political epicenter of the country. This move signifies a major pushback against the growing influence of prediction markets. For those unfamiliar, prediction markets allow users to bet on the outcomes of future events, ranging from elections to policy decisions. They've been gaining traction as a novel way to gauge public sentiment, often seen as a more dynamic and perhaps more accurate indicator than traditional polling. Kalshi, in particular, has been at the forefront of this, offering contracts on a wide array of political events, which, as you can imagine, has drawn both admiration and significant concern. FairPredicts, on the other hand, positions itself as a guardian of market integrity. But what does that really mean in this context? The implication is that these prediction markets, by allowing bets on political outcomes, might be susceptible to manipulation, or perhaps they introduce an element of undue influence or even gambling into the political discourse. The scale of the ad by six figures in D.C. alone suggests that this is not a grassroots movement but a strategically funded campaign aiming to influence policymakers and public perception. The timing is also crucial. Kalshi has been actively engaging with Washington, likely seeking regulatory clarity or even favorable treatment. This ad blitz from FairPredicts seems designed to preempt that, or at the very least, to sow seeds of doubt and concern among lawmakers and regulators. It's a classic DC play: deploy public messaging to shape the regulatory environment. Who is behind FairPredicts? That's a question many are asking. The lack of immediate, transparent identification of their major funders often raises eyebrows in political circles. When significant sums of money are being spent to influence public policy and perception, understanding the source of that funding is paramount to understanding the agenda. Are they concerned about genuine market manipulation, or are they perhaps representing interests that feel threatened by the insights or accuracy of prediction markets? Consider the implications. If prediction markets are viewed as illegitimate or too risky by regulators, it could lead to stricter oversight, outright bans, or limitations on what events can be traded. This would not only impact platforms like Kalshi but also the users who engage with them, including academics, researchers, and even everyday citizens looking for a different way to engage with politics. It could stifle innovation in forecasting and data analysis. Conversely, if FairPredicts succeeds in its messaging, it could prevent what they argue are destabilizing or unethical practices from taking root. They might argue that allowing bets on sensitive political outcomes could create perverse incentives, encouraging certain outcomes or fueling speculation in ways that are detrimental to democratic processes. The battle lines are being drawn. On one side, you have the proponents of prediction markets, who argue they are valuable tools for information aggregation and forecasting, providing real-time insights into public sentiment that traditional polls can't match. They might argue that banning or over-regulating them is a form of censorship or an impediment to free markets of ideas. On the other side, you have groups like FairPredicts, raising concerns about market integrity, potential manipulation, and the ethical implications of turning political events into tradable commodities. This is a fight over framing. Is Kalshi a sophisticated forecasting tool or a speculative casino? Are the ads a legitimate warning or a politically motivated smear campaign? The presence of ads in high-traffic DC locations means this conversation is being brought directly to the doorstep of those who make and enforce the rules. It's a deliberate strategy to ensure that the debate isn't happening just in obscure online forums, but in the very place where power resides. The coming months will likely see a significant increase in messaging from both sides. We can expect more lobbying, more op-eds, more public statements, and potentially, more ad campaigns. The outcome could have ripple effects far beyond the prediction market industry, influencing how we understand and engage with political forecasting for years to come. So, what do you think about this escalating conflict? Should prediction markets be regulated more strictly, or are they a valuable tool for understanding our political landscape? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a developing story, and your perspective is crucial. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll continue to break down these complex political battles for you.